is easy, and I'm going to do a step-by-step how to draw pretty much any object. Kind of step-by-step method will work pretty much with anything you're wanting to draw. Today I feel like drawing a little teapot and cup and maybe a croissant or something, so we'll see when we get there. But first I start off with mapping out what I'm actually going to draw. So I kind of have a little map now. And then next, I'm going to do a bit more firm lines, and I'm going to do, first of all, find a center for my teapot. And I would say center is going to be right here. So this is kind of what I'm basing it on. Then I'm going to try to simplify each object and find simple shapes. So the bottom of my teapot lid will be round shape, kind of oval, and I'm trying to keep it at the X's this way. So this is our bottom of the teapot lid. Then I want it to be kind of sticking up like that. So we already have our base for the lid, and this will be our circle at the top, so we need to find that center. So the center at the top will be here because that's where our main center line is, and approximately here will be the top or the handle, little handle. Then I'm gonna do another shape, keeping this at the center, a little axis with the center lines. There we go. So we already have a lid. And whenever you're finding the shapes, you have to make sure that you know what angle you're drawing something from. So this teapot is clearly, or maybe not clearly, I don't know, is a bit from a view from above. I want to add a little rim just to make it a bit more fun and not so plain. I'm gonna add a little rim here. Then next I'm gonna find another shape so our teapot is kind of popping out. It's not just plain teapot, so we'll find another shape. The center stays the same, going down, and then my next shape will be probably down here because that's kind of how I want the teapot to go, just a bit below the base of the lid. We have this shape, drawing a little X's through the center to make sure that everything stays nice and even. Our next shape is gonna be going down. I'm gonna define this another curve on the teapot. So this will be right here. I'm gonna see so probably the center would be around here. So I'm going to bring the axes out. Next, we will do this little part of the teapot, and then we're going to have a handle as well, where this part of the teapot connects will be here. We'll identify the shape, so we'll go up. That will be the middle. Then we'll do a little round circle here. We'll do a little round shape, and we'll kind of go there. And then we got this handle, so it will go up. The perspective changes. We can see the top because we are above the object. And then we can see this side. So now we're going to draw a cup. I mapped it out to be around here. I'm going to find the center of the top of the cup, which will be right here. And then I'm going to draw the line for the center of the cup. I'm going to do the axis going through the center. Now we're going to go down and find the bottom of our cup. So I want the cup to kind of end somewhere around here. And we'll draw out a shape that will identify our bottom of the cup. We'll kind of make sure it follows the same idea. And then we'll connect the lines. We'll draw somewhere here. I want it to be here. The top of the handle gonna go like this, a bit diagonal. Thickness of the handle, bottom. We can see the inside of the handle. There we go. We're gonna add thickness to the cup. Then we got another shape. I'm trying to center it, keep this as a center of the cup, but also the little plate it's going to be in. And then probably we'll add a croissant. So alright, so I cleaned up my lines and now I have to figure out where I want the light to come from. And I would say in this situation it would be fun to show the shiny spots on this side because this is the side that we see most. So I will say that light is coming from here. So I will identify my shiny spots, which will be this here, and the shiny spot will be identified by the shape. Here, a little bit of here, and we identified all our shiny spots. The shadow obviously will be on the other side. Right now I'm trying to decide what colors I will be using for my little sketch, and it's good to use opposite colors to make the overall drawing pop. So I will be choosing from like blues and yellows. That's what I'm feeling today. And you can go and Google a color wheel and find the opposite colors you would prefer to use and go from there. But I'm going to be using blues and yellow shades. Then I'm gonna go to my next color and put it down here. Then I'm gonna go to the darker. I will just keep on laying the paint, the lighter one next to our highlights and darker in the shade, and I'll be back. All I did is I used some 4 blue shades from a box. Didn't do no crazy color mixing or nothing, and this is what we are with so far. So I want to add black accent here on the rim of the lid for the pot, and then the little top bowl right there. I'll probably, let me see what this color could look like. Yeah, this is good. So to keep it in the tone, I'm just making this lighter blue, bluish gray shade. And we'll use it on the highlight spots. And now we'll use black. Now I will go ahead and do this cup. Now I'm gonna move forward to the croissant and the background. So I will be using yellow, some yellow shades. We'll keep it simple, nothing complicated. I already marked all my highlights right there, so I will use the lightest color next to my highlights, and then I will be creating the ombre effect going to the shadows. Now to create contrast, I will be making the napkin blue. And to keep everything in contrast, I will be making the background kind of yellowish. So we've completed the drawing. I hope you enjoyed it and subscribe for more.